All right. Hey, man, we back at it. You know what this is, man. This is the Sunday sit down. The Sunday sit down. I said this is the Sunday sit down with the OGs. You know what I'm talking about?
What's up? OGs is in the building.
You know what it is. Yo, what's up? You know who I am. I'm that boy, heat detector boy. And you know who he is. Talk to him, baby.
I am OG Cali Blue, a.k.a. Cadillac Chronicles. Y'all know where to find me. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, baby. Cadillac Chronicles in the building.
Talk to him, church. Yo, man.
Building.
We got a lot. We got a lot on our plate tonight, man. I ain't even gonna front, bro. Like the shit just like, and I ain't even gonna lie. One of them you posted, and I was like, God damn, get the fuck up out of here. And the other one I didn't post it. I just sent it to you because I couldn't believe what the fuck I had just read and saw. You know what I'm saying?
Was wild, man. I was like, damn, this is crazy. This is crazy.
And these motherfucking youngsters done lost their goddamn minds, man. And we keep trying to talk about this shit, man, and try to figure out like what the fuck the problem may or may not be, or whose fault is it, or what the fuck. But look, let's just go on ahead and just jump right into this shit right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't let the Instagram fool you.
Goddamn. You want me to tell him about what that is? You gonna talk to him about it, bro?
Man, you go ahead and jump it off, man, because you the one found it. So let me give you the floor.
Okay. So apparently the new thing is now is to dress up like a chick. I'm talking lace fronts and everything, and be walking around or doing whatever to find your ops. Is this what this shit has gotten to? I mean, if we're going to talk about something, let's talk about the cowardliness of it. That's number one. And number two, why ain't you fighting a motherfucker? Just fight a motherfucker.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
take the L. Walk with your head up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, you know what? That's the thing, though, man. Nowadays, these kids scared to take an L.
Shout out to JM. We see you. He said whippersnappers.
Whippersnappers, exactly what they is.
Man, this. I mean, where's his motherfucking father at? And what in the entire fuck is going on? Like, when did man? Am I just old? Am I just plain old and just don't get it? Is that what it is? Am I missing something?
Man, I don't know. I think the game is confused, man. I mean, you know, the game went from catching head up fades, you know what I mean, to what's standing before us, what's sitting before us right now, to where they dressing up like females to go and kill their ops. I mean, where did it change at? Where did things switch up at, man? I have no clue, but this is wild, man. This is wild. Nobody wants to fight nowadays. Everybody's scared to take that L. You know what I mean? But not realizing that the bigger L that you can take is losing your life behind being stupid.
That's the ultimate L.
You can't come back from that. Now, at least if you get into a fight and you get your ass whooped, you can live to fight another day.
Live to fight. Y'all hear that, man? He said, at least you live to fight another day. Back in the day, man, I swear, man, I don't even know how many fades I had to catch. But I will tell you this. If I got my ass whooped, the next time I saw him was on and cracking. And I walked away with my head up if I got my ass whooped. I didn't say, oh, he did, I didn't cry about it. I didn't whine. Because number one, when I got home, my mom told me, well, if you don't go back and get him, I'm going to whoop your ass.
Exactly.
So it was no, there was no alternative. I had to go back and get him.
See, what they fail to realize is that you don't have to look like a failure just because you took an L. It's the fact that you stood on your own 10 toes and you threw them hands like a man. You don't understand that's a W in some people's eyes. And most importantly, the most important people eyes in your life. Most of the time, you want to go out there and you want to do all that other stuff because of some people you're trying to impress that don't give two shits about your raggedy ass.
And Mario Diaz says that's because these fools want to cripple you in a fight these days. I don't know about that crippling part.
You know.
And if you do have some homies with you and you in a one-on-one thing, man, they should, if anything, they should make sure ain't nobody kicking you while you down and some shit like that. Like, go and watch how these motherfuckers.
It's a fair fade, man. It's a fair fade. If you got a fair fade, ain't no, they want to cripple you. I don't know where that come in at, but you know, I mean, only way I see, you know, they want to cripple you is if you in a riot or some type of shit. But we're not talking about none of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the other part. He says Mario Diaz says nobody want to hear World Star and be on the receiving end of that. That's the other problem, the internet, because then you got to live that fight or whatever for the rest of your life on the internet. So that's a fucking problem.
Yeah, you know. But see, that's something that, you know, if you got thick skin, why would you worry about that though? You know what I'm saying? That's the internet. You know, the internet is a whole different thing from real life.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you got thick skin, I mean, you took that L like a man. Take that L like a man. You should have thick skin like a man. What the fuck you worried about what the internet got to say for?
I would tell you this, man. Look, go check out how they handle beef in Hawaii. Have you ever seen that shit?
No, I haven't seen it.
Show up and they fight head up, and then they'll have some elders there. And if a motherfucker get too out of hand, hey, it's over. Okay, you did what you did. You ain't kicking this man while he's down. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna stomp on him. Nobody else is jumping the fuck in. But they fight straight up, like straight the fuck up. And when it's over with, they shake hands. It's over, squashed. Period. Nobody wants to hear about this shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to come back and try to win again.
See, that's what I'm saying. The foolishness, man. That's what I'm saying. The foolishness. Come on, Mario. Whatever your name is, bro.
That's Mario Diaz. He said, if you got thick skin, why are you worried about me shooting you? That's a terrible joke.
Exactly.
Thick skin, like
really.
Thick skin, bro, is thick skin. Like, I mean, but I understand the fact that motherfuckers have to. It's hard because some of these kids aren't emotionally equipped to deal with something that they're going to see on the internet every day. They're not emotionally equipped to have thick skin. Let's be clear about that. Some of these young men and some of these young girls out here are not emotionally equipped. Everybody been too soft.
The internet is their life.
Right. And motherfucking parents have been too soft on their ass. And so
so it starts with the parenting at home. You know, you 14 years old, say like this little kid right here. You 14 years old.
You almost said this little buster. Yeah, I see it.
I was finna say this little bastard, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, you know, and because that's how I feel, man. I feel ain't no way in hell this is where our society should be going, bro.
That's facts.
And it's just I mean, this fool right here, you know, dressing up like a female and this 14, there's no way in hell this is where our society should be going.
And who's taking these goddamn pictures of this little boy holding these guns?
And dressing up like this female.
This shit is just, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, see, this right here, this both of this shits right here starts at home. You must have been watching your mama and your older sister or something, because I mean, you got this shit down. Look at him right here. You got this shit down pat to the max.
Oh shit. You killing me.
Now this makes me wonder, like, was you playing with the wigs and the high heel shoes back when you was younger, and then you just hopped off the porch, but you still had it in you back there? Like, you know, I'm kind of confused, because this right here, bro, this don't make no motherfucking sense.
I know that shit would have never flew back in the day. I know that much.
Look, this don't make no sense from a real man's point of view. And this don't make no damn sense from a real gangster's point of view.
Well, you know how people in cancel culture is, right? They're gonna say, "Man, you sound real misogynistic right now." Well, I think you sound more like a father or a concerned father, maybe a concerned uncle. You know what I mean? Or like, because I know if I saw some shit like that, I know there's a lot of explaining to do. You know what I'm saying?
There's some reason for concern.
Mm-hmm. Facts. And that's the same with the other youngster over here. Double murder.
14 years old.
14 years. Yeah, goddamn.
This right here, this one really blew my mind, because my first thought was, where the hell is your parents? I said to myself, your parents need to be in jail at the same time too, because they failed your ass. They should be in jail for child neglect, because this some bullshit right here. This some bullshit right here.
I'm telling you that you speaking facts.
There's some bullshit right here. They totally failed this young man right here. Double murder? Man, come on, man. You shouldn't. The only kind of guns this fool should have been playing with is the motherfucking water guns and the goddamn guns that shoot the motherfucking Nerf bullets out of shit, man.
And I promise you, when my son was growing up, I didn't allow him to even play with guns.
I didn't allow my son to play with guns either.
But I think part of that too, being here in Chicago, the fascination with guns got his ass too. You know what I'm saying? And we got a phone call in the middle of the night, and he had got popped with a pistol. You know what I'm saying? And now he's dealing with the consequences of that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, his whole life could have been thrown away, or he could have gotten killed. But luckily for him, he told the police there was a gun in the car or a gun in his bag.
Yeah.
Because had there been another type of situation, he might.
It could have been a whole lot worse. It could have been a whole lot worse.
But the fact that he carrying that motherfucker was like, God, what the fuck is you doing? You know what I mean? You wasn't raised that way. You wasn't raised to be out there like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I paid my motherfucking dues to make sure that you never have to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But definitely not like this. Yeah, for the life of me, I don't understand any part of this, because I would never have any tears for these kids' mom or anything, because at some point they got to know this is going on. They got to know, either by the way he's carrying himself, by the way he's dressing, by the way he's doing whatever. They've got to be able to see what the fuck is going on.
This is suspect right here, bro. This is suspect right here. Like, ain't nothing else it could be, bro. This is suspect right here.
Both of them, or just one of them?
Just the one who dressing like a female. This is suspect. I don't know no gangsters who ever went this route. But you know what? There's one person I did hear a story about, and Terrence Gangster Williams, Birdman brother.
Mm-hmm.
He told a story about him dressing up like a female to go and get his ops.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the only person I heard tell, some shit like this. And when you sent me that shit, I'm like, what the fuck?
And actually, I ain't even go front. I had heard somebody, now that I think about it, I've heard somebody say that back in the day, like in the 80s out here in Chicago, that, hey, shout out to TG31, he just tapped in, that they used to do that. They'd like to dress like a girl and walk with a baby carriage into other neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, do little walk-bys or whatever in the fuck. But, but this right here is some totally different shit.
Yeah, that's some totally different shit. Like you didn't just dress like a female. You basically took on the whole female persona in this motherfucking picture.
See, I showed this to my daughter, and she said, "Oh, he beasting." And I was like, what you mean? I said, well, the whole thing, I told her, I said, the whole thing is like he dressing up for the ops. And she was like, no, he beasting. And I still don't know what the fuck that means.
I don't know. If anybody know what that means, they need to tap in and let us know.
Yeah, tap in. If you know what the fuck beasting is, where dudes dress up like fucking females with the whole lace front and everything, man, please let me know what the fuck. Tap into Sunday sit downs with the G's, man, and you know what? We'll give you the whole floor. You know what I'm saying? To explain this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you one of them little motherfuckers that do this shit, please, tap in. You
don't even have to do this shit. If you even know about this or understand what the hell is going on, bro, just tap in and let us know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous.
This is like the whole reason why I wanted to do and ask you to do the Sunday sit down with me, bro, because there's a lot of shit going on out here, man, that we need to fucking talk about. And it's not just you and I need to talk about. There's a whole lot of other grown men out there that need to tap in, bro, and really, really, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe a motherfucker, maybe this shit will to hit a motherfucker and then be like, you know what? I ain't even talked to my son in like 8 years. I need to tap in. You know what I'm saying? And see what the fuck going on, because let me find out, is my son doing this shit? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
You know?
See, you a lot of times, man, we complain about shit, but we don't talk about shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, we can't continue to complain about it if we ain't trying to talk about it and figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, that's facts. And that's why. And listen, anybody out there that's listening right now, if you tapping in right now, man, don't just get in the comments. If you really got something to say, man, hit that link. It is pinned in the comments. Bring your ass in here, man. Speak your piece, because we want to hear it. Maybe a motherfucker might tap in right now, Callie, and might say something to change the motherfucking world, change the whole scheme of things. But if they just sitting there on their couch or on their phone or doing whatever and they ain't tapping in, some good advice or some good words may motherfucking be never heard. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Bryce Roll. TG31? What's Bryce Roll?
Bryce Roll is another rapper out of Orange County. I'm trying to get him linked in with you to do an interview as well.
Oh, okay, bet. Yeah, man. We got to figure something out. Like, I mean,
don't mean to cut you off, but T. Logan, Raphael, right there. He's another rapper out of Orange County as well. He also owns I guess you can call it like a halogenics store or whatever. You know, he's an entrepreneur. You know, got his
like oils, incense, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. He got that popping too. You know what I'm saying?
Natural remedies, and things of that nature.
Yeah, things of that nature. Yeah.
Got you. All right, man. We need to tap in then. But yeah, man, back to this shit right here. You know, and a lot of people say that the old school rappers are to blame for the rappers and shit, and even for how these motherfuckers is acting. You know what I'm saying? And I think we touched on that last week, man, where we were kind of saying like, well, you know, yeah, back in the day. I mean, the Kool G Rap, one of my favorite artists on the planet. He's been on gangster shit since day one. He also had a song called "Treat Her Like a Prostitute." Then he had another joint where he was talking about this dude, and he was calling him, you know, the F word, fag, and all that kind of shit. I ain't trying to discriminate or hurt anybody's feeling. Let me just say that right now. I'm just telling you
he's about to release another album.
Right. And if that's like the argument that, oh, okay, so rappers from the 80s and 90s are the ones who like low key started this kind of trend, I would argue the shit out of that, because the rappers then, okay, there were rappers that were saying shit about gangster shit or gangster lifestyles, but even within those songs, there was messages. And then on top of that, when did it become cool to be a dope fiend? If we could touch on that too, because part of all this shit is these kids, they sipping lean and popping pills and everything at a fucking young ass age.
Yep, and see what they don't realize. See, a lot of rappers from back in the day wasn't living the lyrics that they were spitting.
Right.
A lot of them was basically talking about what they were surrounded by,
telling a story
of what they saw, what they grew up around, the people who they knew of. You know what I'm saying? They was basically like the ghetto news, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now everything is about living what you rap.
Would you blame Pac for that shit? Because they say Pac was like that guy. Like if he rapped about it, he had to go outside and do it.
Well, see, that's the thing though. Pac was beefing with you know, he was telling his story. You know, you can't take that away from him. He was telling his story. My thing is, Well, see, that's a hard one because a lot of people died behind that shit too, you know.
Yeah,
So it could
facts.
have started with Pac. I mean, you know, it could have. You know, I don't necessarily believe so because a lot of these motherfuckers don't even know who Pac is.
That's not true. They know his music. They may not know who he was, but some of them kids' fathers knew who he was, and
Yeah.
they running around. Some of
That's
these
the
niggas.
only reason why they know of him. But if you asked him, you know what I'm saying, to go back and name something, you know, some of them can do it right off the head, like shit. Name a Tupac song, or you know, whatever. You know, they'll come off. They come. I know my nephews and shit, like my son and shit like that. Like that's all we played when we was in the car and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
NWA, Tupac, you know, all that shit. So now them being at their age right now, shit, them niggas can recall every song, every lyric, and all that shit because that's what they literally grew up on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But just to go back to that again, maybe they grew up on it, but you probably wasn't in the car going, Pac was real and Pac was out there doing it. And that's how you're supposed to do it. You know, Pac was that nigga, Pac this,
No.
Pac that. A lot of people did. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
And so as a child, if you hearing that and you listening to the music, you know what I'm saying? And it, you know, I don't know, man. You know, then 3-6 Mafia comes along. You know what I'm saying? All this other shit from the South comes along. They talk crazy as hell.
Yeah.
And you know, some of those people that really love Pac back then like that, they still love him like that to this day, and they'll swear by him, they'll kill by him, they'll do this. But like you said, a lot of people got murdered behind Pac. A lot of people died behind Pac.
Yeah. And Biggie.
And Biggie. Yeah, facts. That's a real thing. And now all these kids are they, you know, I was just recently watching something, man, and then they were talking about Elon Musk, and I forget the name of the podcast. I'm not going to shout them out because they ain't fucking with me. But they were talking about this it's like a sliding scale of evolution or something like that, right? But young men of color, we're talking brown, black, are falling off are dying at such a rate that it's you know, for those in charge, it's a good thing, but for the people itself, it's a very, 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 very bad thing because there's also not as many young men being born now. As there was even 10, 15 years ago. And so, like, if we're talking 10, 15 years ago, some of you got one right here. This is 14 years old. His life is done.
Done with.
He ain't never going to have kids. I mean, if he do, unless he, you know what I'm saying? You know, hook his ass one of them correctional officers, you know what I'm saying? If he got game like that, but at 14, he ain't going to have no game.
No, I mean, look here. That system is not going to rehabilitate him. What the fuck is he going to learn?
Nothing.
He going to learn shit.
He gonna learn from straight killers. And then he'll probably catch another couple of bodies on his way to be an adult because of what he's in there for, double murder. He's gonna have to constantly try to prove that he's still a killer because he's still young, but that little boy gonna be crying in court. Mama. What his mom? What is his mom gonna say? She want justice. She want help. She want, you know what I mean? I understand. Get help for the young man. Try to rehabilitate him or something. You know, something. But I don't know where this was at. But if it was in the South, you might as well fucking call it one. That boy gone.
Yeah, he gone.
If that's anywhere in the South, he gone. They don't fuck around in the South.
Period.
So he might get fucking charged as an adult, and they'll send his little ass to the pen with the grown ass man.
And I was just about to say that. Like, there's a possibility that he can be charged as an adult,
and if convicted as an adult,
then what? If he's convicted as an adult, then what?
He going straight to the pen. What the fuck you mean? He ain't going with the little boys. Not as an adult.
I'm saying when he get to the pen, then what? It's a whole nother ball game.
I think we already know what happens then.
It's all hell and high water from there.
Little Tyrone turns into little Teresa.
Little Simone. Little Tyrone turned into little Simone.
He'll be looking like the other little brother in the green sweats. He'll be walking around the joint like that.
Like that.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all day.
All day.
Unless he get completely turned the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? By the time he grow enough balls, he might, and he like I said, he's gonna have to catch another couple bodies.
Yeah.
In the joint.
And see, that's that. You know what? He's gonna have to do that simply to keep people off his ass. He's gonna have to catch them bodies simply to keep people off his ass.
Wait. He says to keep him off his ass, and that's not hypothetically. That's like for real. Keep him off his ass, like for real, from his backside.
Yeah,
this shit crazy. And what's this other young man gonna do if he get caught up? Because now look, because it's gonna be in his paperwork, dressed up as a female. They're gonna have him. They're gonna have him walking around with that Kool-Aid lipstick, bro.
They gonna first thing they gonna do is trying.
Yeah,
you already know. First thing they gonna do is trying. You know what I'm saying? So see, that's what they don't realize, man. At the same time, man, there's so many consequences to what y'all doing, man. Like y'all not understanding, man. Like when you reach that penal system, man, everything you do on the street can be right there in your face, and they on your ass about it. Like y'all not understanding, man. Like y'all dress up like this and do this shit, and y'all say, okay, it's to kill my ops or whatever, but when you hit that system, bro, they play by a whole different game, set of rules, man.
Yeah. Huh. Man, what they gonna be like when what the mom are gonna be like when the judge says 2 life sentences?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the crowd? Is that his whole family? That's his whole family?
Mm-hmm. That part.
They didn't know it was coming? They didn't know it was coming? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I don't. Bro, this show tonight has really made me think, man, about like I'm kind of at a loss of words because I thought I had it all up here. Like, okay, I know how we gonna attack this shit, but now that I'm like really looking at it and we really having a conversation about it, because I know we didn't really talk too much about it just to save whatever we was thinking for the show. And man, the more I keep looking at this screen and I see this shit, I mean, literally all I can do is shake my motherfucking head, man. It's just like I don't know, man, and it's funny to me in some regard because one, that to me it's like that's how cowardly you are. You got to dress up like a girl to go get at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild as fuck to me. Now, the other one is funny to me because what the fuck is your parents doing? And little man, what the fuck do you know about any of this shit that you posing with these guns? You see the clip on that motherfucker?
Clip damn near taller than he is.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about this life, man. Like you don't see. It's not a video game, man. Like no. this ain't motherfucking Black Ops or wherever the shit is y'all playing, man. This is you get to play another day, bro. Like this is serious business. You know what I mean?
I like I said, man. I mean, like I know someone that used to be a parole officer in San Diego, and I wanted to get them on the show, man. To like, and I'm gonna try to get them on the show next week because, I would really like to hear because she was a youth parole officer. And I would really like to hear their perspective on seeing these young motherfuckers come in through the system and just having to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they're no longer a parole officer in San Diego any longer. They live, somewhere else now. But I just would really like to hear that perspective. You know what I mean? Because it might shed a little bit of light on, okay, maybe they get on parole and then they talk super nice to the parole officer because they're scared as fuck. Or maybe they went in there just all super tough Tony, and you know what I'm saying, and the parole officer's like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You want to talk like that? I'm going to lock your ass up right now. You know, maybe the parole officer scared them straight. And they went out, got a job, stopped gangbanging, stopped doing whatever in the fuck they was doing to get themselves in that position anyways. Or, you know, it's just a different perspective, because I know in the house, and I know that every parent knows this. If you have a child, you know, you do your best inside the house, but once they walk out that motherfucking door, man, you got to hope to God that they listen to you and understand the shit you've been telling them.
Exactly.
Because that outside world got the biggest influence on these motherfuckers right now.
And especially nowadays with social media, the influence is so much harder to raise your child now than it was when we was coming up. You didn't have social media. You didn't have cell phones. So, you know, everything we saw was either on the news, or you read that shit in the newspaper or in the magazine.
Right.
You know, so it didn't get to you that quick. Now everything is instant, man. Everything is instant. It's at your fingertips.
But let's not use that shit as an excuse. So I can't see, because I can't give a motherfucker an excuse over the internet. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. That's too easy. You know, it's too easy to say, well, you know, it's the internet. So that's what they fucking problem is it's the internet, social media. Is it? Because I can't just give out a pass like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for a lot of them, shit, the internet is basically what they feel like is all they got. A lot of this shit is their motherfucking life, man. And the internet is a whole different world, bro. It's not real life. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people take that shit.
And when they walk in the house, their mama's like this, their sisters like this.
Yeah.
Their motherfucking granny is like this.
Yeah.
And they use, mama, hold on. Stop playing with me, boy. Back on the phone. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't, but I still feel like that's not a pass.
That's not a pass.
That's not a pass. You know what I'm saying? That's not a pass. Shit.
By any
I don't know. I didn't think this was going to be that tough, but you know, I feel like this was a kind of a tough one. You know, I thought this it felt like an open and shut case to me. You know what I mean? Like, by looking at it, you would think, okay, let's just talk some shit about these little motherfuckers, and then that'd be pretty much it. But it's not that easy, and it's not so open and shut.
It's not just cut and dry. No, it's not just cut and dry.
Clearly, there's a lot of shit going on right here, right now with this shit. When we see shit like this, and any other parent, any other adult should be alarmed.
Mm-hmm.
Should be alarmed, because you had also posted something before. You said an old lady got beat up on a bus because she asked the kids to stop cursing.
Exactly. They beat her up. And then kicked her off the bus. Where's the respect for your?
And
elders?
I'm assuming that
we don't have.
I'm assuming there was other people on that bus.
There was a gang of people on the bus. I mean, you know, and she one thing was she said in an interview that she continuously screamed to the bus driver to stop the bus, and the bus driver kept going to the next stop. The bus driver didn't say anything. Nobody on the bus said anything. Nobody helped this lady out. They beat this woman's ass and they kicked her off the bus.
That's crazy, because these bus drivers have a panic button on their bus.
Yeah, and the bus has cameras now and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on. What's really going on, man? Like, here's the thing. I feel like we are basically just giving society to these fucking teenagers, man, and they're just being able to do what the fuck they want to do. Because I mean, it's teenagers and it's young adults that's committing all the fucking fuckery and the foolishness.
Well, guess what? It's about to get crazier, because I think Illinois is about to set the standard. January 1st, they're calling it the pillage law.
I remember January about that. Yep.
Yeah, January 1st, the new law will come in. Outside of first-degree homicide, you will get a ticket. That's it. Mm-hmm. No bail, no bonds, no locked up. You'll get a motherfucking ticket. And they're saying this law is to help de-escalate shit, stop crime, whatever in the fuck. But these young motherfuckers that are doing this kind of shit right here, I don't think they're going to see it like that because a ticket don't mean shit. It's a piece of.
It won't escalate some shit. That's all it's gonna do. They're acting a fucking fool now.
Right. Imagine if. And the nickname has already been called the Purge Law. They're already calling it the Purge Law. That's not the name of the law, but that's the way they're saying it on the news. They're saying it on the internet. That's where they're saying it everywhere. Even when the campaigning and all this shit was for governor and all that shit here in Illinois, that's all they kept talking about was the Purge Law. And the motherfucker who got re-elected was one of the ones that brought it to Senate or brought it to whatever in the fuck. And so it's going through January 1st. We gonna see. You know what I'm saying?
As y'all can see, peoples, it's about to get worse. And
generally how it happens, one state gets it,
everybody follow. It's like COVID. Once one motherfucker get it, everybody got it.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's gonna spread, man. It's gonna spread, man. And I feel like, man, y'all youngsters, man, y'all gotta grow up, man, and y'all gotta start thinking about your actions, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a youngster tell me that I was jealous of all the young people because I'm old and we falling off the earth.
Hey, did you ask him who paid for his shoes he had on and the shit that he got on his back and the food that he eat?
I basically laughed just like you did. Because I thought about the whole situation, like no, we're not falling off the earth. Old people, no. We're actually dying the way we're supposed to. Like our kids are burying us. We're not burying our kids. But you youngsters, y'all falling off the earth, man. The murder rate for you guys is sky high, bro. The death rate for you guys is sky fucking high, man. Sky high.
And we ain't talking about just drive-bys and shootings, man. We talking about OD.
Drug overdoses. We talking about violence and shootings. We talking about suicides. We talking about all this type of shit, man. It's all young folks, man.
How old was that young lady that passed away just recently in Mexico? She was in her 20s, right? She was in her
20s. Mid-20s.
This is
in her early 20s.
Going on a vacation with her bestie. And
what was supposed to be best friends. And as soon as they got to where they was going, that female attacked her, broke her neck, and gave her spinal injuries. And there's an arrest warrant out for her right now in Mexico. Yeah. But I say that just to say like we coming to the end of the show. But I say that to say young people, y'all gotta get on a different path in life if you want to see a future.
Yes, sir.
Truly, if you want to see a future, this kid right here will never have a future. This young man on the left right here, only two places he going is to jail or to the graveyard.
Facts.
There's no future in that.
Nope.
And see, the sad thing about it is a lot of these young people, you guys have kids, and you're leaving a kid to be fatherless and motherless because of your stupidity and your actions. You're using all this drugs, you're overdosing on fentanyl because you don't know it's fentanyl. It's in the pills that you're popping. You think it's whatever you think it is, and it's not. Come on, man. Y'all playing with your life. Nowadays, getting high is like playing Russian roulette with your life.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's basically what Sit Down with the OGs is about. Not only do we want to understand what the hell is going on, but we want to give y'all some game and give y'all some knowledge and give y'all some understanding. That life is not a video game that you can just, play today and you die in the game and you can get up and play again tomorrow. It don't work that way.
Don't work that way. Nah. And we're about to end this, and I'm going to end it by saying, You little motherfuckers out there can call us old and call us what you want, man. But the fact of the matter is that we survived. We're here. We're still alive. We're still alive for a reason. You know what I mean? Being smart. You know what I mean? Knowing when and how to get out of the way. Furthering our education, trying to do better in life, man. These things are not bad. These things may be frowned upon you and your cohorts, but look at where your cohorts are ending up as well. You know what I'm saying? Think about your future. Don't think about the little homie beside you, because he ain't going to be thinking about you when it comes judgment time. And that's facts.
He's not thinking about your future either.
Right. That's facts. So be careful. Be safe out there, but we'll be back at it again next Sunday. And I guarantee you, man, I hope everybody starts to rim and roll and says amen to that, brother. I dig your podcast, homie. We appreciate that, man. Like and subscribe. Yeah. But like I said, we're at the end of the show, but my personal thoughts on this, we'll probably be touching back on these kinds of things. I'm sure of it. But, there is an answer to every fucking problem. Let's just know that and be clear on that. There's an answer to every problem. This is a problem, and it needs to be answered. That's for sure. We may not have the answers. We may not have the answers, but I'll tell you what, man, the way I feel about it right now, me and my mans, we're going to try to do something. We're going to try to shake the narrative. We're going to try to move the needle a little bit, because if we can move the needle a little bit, maybe we can make something happen. Maybe we'll start to see some change. Maybe some of these youngsters grow the fuck up. This ain't a video.
All it takes is one person to say, I'm cool, I'm done. And, right. I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Because one starts with one and makes two and three and so forth and so forth. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about, man. Because y'all gotta understand, man. Life is precious, man. Life is precious, and you can't go and get yourself killed and think you can go and talk to God and say, "Give me one more chance, bro." It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen. Let's just be real about it.
All the way.
And a lot of y'all talking about, well, shit, I'm gonna go and see my homies and all this. That's not gonna happen either. It's not gonna happen either.
No, you're not gonna see T-Bone, and he's gonna be waiting there for you with a 30. No, it's not happening. He's not gonna be sitting there
don't get it twisted.
With a blunt.
Like P. Diddy said when he was rapping about Biggie, when he said, "Can't wait to see you open up the gates for me." That's not gonna happen.
No, the gates.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So y'all need to understand that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna be up there talking about I'm gonna see my loved ones and all. It's not gonna happen.
You're not gonna be wearing. Everybody's not gonna be wearing white suits and shit and just chilling and kicking it, and they're glad to see you. That's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I'm just keeping it 1,000. Not gonna happen.
The only way we gonna be with you 1,000. You understand?
All day. So like and subscribe, man. Keep checking us out. We're going to be here every Sunday nonstop at 8:30 p.m. That's Chicago time, goddammit. If you anywhere else, figure it the fuck out. And also
we're going to be at 6:30 California time.
Talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So y'all already know who I am, OG Cali Blue, a.k.a. Cadillac Chronicles. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Follow, like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know what it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You already heard him, and you know me already, man. I'm your boy Heat Detector. You can find me on Facebook, Heat Detector Unwrap. You can find me on YouTube. Just straight up Unwrap. Like and subscribe, man. Follow us. Get down with the program. You know what I'm saying? We up out of here, bro. You feel me? Be safe out there, people, because these motherfucking streets don't love you. They